Got it.
Yeah, it's time. It's game time. My album just came out. It's called Brave Enough, and I'm so excited to finally have it out in the world, and to see that people are, connecting with it and it's resonating with people. I worked on the album for a year, and so the fact that now it's finally, in people's hands and they're listening to it is so exciting. Something Wild was the first single from the album, and it was actually written originally for the movie Pete's Dragon. Disney approached me and asked me if I would be interested to write for the movie. And I watched that movie growing up as a kid, and I love Disney. This was my first collaboration with Disney, so I was over the moon about it. And I wrote the song with Andrew McMahon. He actually sings on the track, and I'm a huge Andrew McMahon fan. And yeah, it just all kind of happened magically, and sometimes you can't plan magic, and I think that's my favorite thing about collaborating and doing projects with other people and for projects is sometimes magic comes out of it that you couldn't create on your own by working with other people. To find the right voice for a track, it has to sing the right way, and certain times, I wrote the song and then had to kind of search for a singer, and it's kind of fun. You get to start at the top of your dream list and then just work and see who's available, and it's really exciting. And it was amazing to see that some people that were at the very top of my artist bucket list, like Cuomo. I mean, come on, I love Weezer. I grew up listening to Weezer. It was my first concert, and so to be able to work with him, and then Christina Perry, who I love, like so many people on the album, Dan Shay, Lecrae. It was just amazing to get to work with people that I'm a huge fan of. Other than one song, I was in the room and wrote the lyrics with the artists, or with the writers or the producers, and there's something so special about that because, when I've written a song and then I get to go perform it live, and you get to have this connecting moment with your fans. You see them smile or you see them cry, and I honestly have a really hard time working any other way, like sending off an idea to somebody else. It's like, no, that's my little baby. I love being in the room while the producers are producing out the tracks, and giving feedback. I really like being involved because it makes me feel like the song is a part of me. I just barely started writing this album when I went through one of the hardest things I've ever experienced. My best friend and my keyboard player, his name was Gavi, he passed away unexpectedly, and then some family issues arose just with my family's health, and I nearly lost it, and I had to, I was in the middle of trying to write this album. I had to take a break and just go home and deal with these emotions because, it's very therapeutic to write about emotions, but you can't write about something unless you've actually faced it and dealt with it. And it really taught me the importance of being vulnerable and being open, and it kind of inspired the writing of this entire album. I started over, actually, when I kind of came back from this little break, and this whole album is about learning to deal with emotions and learning to reopen my heart after being so hurt, and almost wanting to close my heart and close all my emotions and not let them come out anymore, because sometimes it's better, you think it's better not to feel than to feel pain, but life isn't about numbing emotions. Life is about feeling the full breadth of them. You can't numb the bad without numbing the good. You'll numb everything, and so I didn't want to be numb anymore. I wanted to feel, I wanted to express myself, and I wanted to share that with my fans, and so that's why the album's called Brave Enough. It's about being brave enough to live with an open heart and be vulnerable.